Good evening. I'm Pat Harvey.
I'm Rudabe Shabazi, and we begin with our wild weather. Just look at this video just into our newsroom. It shows homes and vehicles destroyed by mudslides tonight in Forest Falls. It's a small rustic community in the foothills of the San Bernardino Mountains. 3 separate creeks flow into it. Flooding is a constant problem, and we have not, though, heard of any injuries.
Completely flooded over. Power's out. This is like rivers. Holy moly.
Well, heavy rain today in Big Bear. A KCAL News viewer sent us this video, and you could see water covering the roads and sidewalks in the area. Up to 3 inches of rain fell in the San Bernardino Mountains from today's storm.
And in the high desert, drivers got stranded near California City when a wall of water and mud came up over a road, submerging it. This is 50 miles north of Lancaster. A sign nearby warning that the road is subject to flooding. And as you just saw, our mountains and deserts got hammered with a rare September storm system.
And we have team coverage for you tonight on these storms. Nicole Comstock is in Oak Glen, where people are dealing with flooding and mud already. But let's start with Danny. And Danny, are we done with the rain?
Yeah, you know, we are getting a little bit of a break. A lot of this is starting to die down, but we're going to see another round going into tomorrow. It will be spottier, but the next weather alert, it continues. Let me give you a look at our radar. Today, we had flash flood warnings. We had severe thunderstorm warnings, and this is rare in Southern California this time of the year, but you can see most of that making its way to the northeast of us. Follow me this way because I want to show you where we're still seeing some rain showers. For the most part, in a lot of our mountain communities, Big Bear, which got hammered today, 3 inches of rain. Showers are now dying down, but look at our lower deserts. You can see making its way past Indio, past Palm Springs. We've got a plethora of thunderstorms moving through. So here's the big change going into tomorrow. Not everyone included in this next weather alert. We decided to drop LA, Orange County, our metro areas, the beaches, and also our valleys. Thunderstorm chances are very low, but it's a different story for our mountains and deserts, where in the afternoon there's enough moisture from Mario that we could see these thunderstorms ramping back up and firing up in some areas, and that could potentially lead to heavy rain. And when we see a lot of rain in a little bit of time, that's when we see the flooding. Our Nicole Comstock is out in Oak Glen. And Nicole, this was a scary situation for a lot of residents there in that community with the mudslides that they saw.
Danny, it's always scary for people to go through something like this, but you know, people in a mountain community like this have been through mudslides before. They say this one still took them by surprise because of how powerful it was after only raining for just a little more than 10 minutes. A ferocious mudslide shoots out of a canyon like a tidal wave in Oak Glen. People panic as the current slushes employees' cars around like toys at the Oak Glen Steakhouse. The remnants of Tropical Storm Mario unleashed dangerous thunderstorms over our local mountains.
Completely flooded it, large sections of trees, everything just was smashed and went flying down the hill past this house here.
Casey Geib has worked here for 8 years, so he's seen a lot of these mountain storms.
It was about 15 minutes of heavy rain, and in all my time here, it was some of the heaviest rain I've ever seen.
They dug everyone's cars out quickly and got people down the hill just before sunset because another round of rain was headed directly this way. And they know from experience that's a completely unpredictable situation.
I thought that we would never see mud at this level ever again. This time was a lot more aggressive than last.
Back in 2022, a different mudslide sent entire trees into their restaurant. It sits in the burn scar of the El Dorado fire, which was sparked in 2020 by a smoke device used during a gender reveal photo shoot.
I do know a lot of the houses up there are affected pretty heavily. There were some people could see the front entrances of their house and they're worried about animals inside and things like that, and some screaming moms around here.
San Bernardino County emergency crews are still doing damage assessments from today's mudslides. They shared these photos of damaged homes and say at one point up to 15 people were sheltered in place in their homes because they were trapped behind mud. Highway 38 was loaded up with rocks and mud, forcing Caltrans to close it. And that business tells us the county has actually done a lot of work recently to protect this vulnerable community during storms like this by setting up big concrete barriers and trying their best to steer most of that mud away from the properties and directly into the drainage ditches. But at the same time, they say it seemed to make that mud move a lot faster. Reporting live in Yucaipa, Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
Nicole, thank you, and make sure to stay with KCAL News throughout the evening for the very latest as our next weather alert continues across Southern California.